here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So here's the Clippers starting group. Kawhi and Morris in at the forward slots. Paul George out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the 5 spot. Now here's George. Pulls it from the top of the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
From deep, Morant. Kennard with the rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
George drives.
Everybody up for that
my
one.
Goodness!
You could just feel that coming. Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Now here's Morant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be uneven to Zubats.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And Morant drops them both. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps when you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brent.
BA, with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Here's George. The Grizzlies making their last shot. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize. And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
No stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Back to George. And George with the jam.
And Paul George had great position that time, an easy deuce.
From deep, Morant. Morant missing again. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Morant against George. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Timeout called. Memphis.
It's that time of day, everybody. Come on and give a round of applause for the Grizzlies Breakers. Once again, fans, the Grizzlies Breakers.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Right side, Morant. Here's Brooks. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Up and over the defense with one hand. Unbelievable.
I thought the D had a chance to cut him off, but then he made his move to the rack. Impressive. Now here's Leonard. Kennard outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Morris.
2 minutes.
Zubats with it. And stolen by Morant. And again, Memphis running the floor in transition. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Lets it go from deep. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Jackson. Morant's got 13.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Pass to Morris. Fires from deep. The shot that time not on target. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Three-pointer. Outside Morant. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. A minute 4 left to play in the first quarter. Now George. He's got 10. And it's Bain with the rebound.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. George outside. Zubac with a screen on Bain to the inside. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Brooks outside. Lets the three fly. And the three-pointer goes. He's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
From deep, Morant. It's rebounded by Zubac. George outside. Win the crowd. And the foul. And they stop the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
2 shots. Foul.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video.
The previous play is under review.
There's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is. And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
And so and for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Grizzlies.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. Luke Kennard out there with Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the small forward position. Knocks down the triple. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls.
The ball to the open man.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target with the 3. The Clippers trail. Morris passes to Zubac. And he lobs it up top. Kennard on the wing. George outside. Pass to Morris. Inside. Tipped. Kicks it out to Kennard. And that one hits the back iron.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allen. Thank you.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
George against Bain. It's George on the drive. Grizzlies with the rebound. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the inside. Zubac. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Leonard pulls down the board. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now.
When you think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career, it had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
It's not easy to finish in traffic, but those are chances he has to convert.
Shot clock at 6. Bain with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And it's Brooks missing.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Morris passes to Kennard. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Kennard outside. George against Bain. Oh, Adams with the block. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. George outside. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. And here's Morant outside. That one no good.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. 40 seconds left in the second. Here's Morris. And Zubac with the basket on the assist from Morris. Zubac has got 4 points now in the quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Pass to Brooks. Back to Bain. This one for 3. It's good. Bain's got 7 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Kennard with it. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. And so it's the Memphis
The
Grizzlies.
Clippers, 19. And let's hear it for the Double Rockies.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel. He's rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Ball no good. Well, the Grizzlies' shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Pass to Coffey. Jones against Wall. Batum with it. Stolen by Jackson. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Oh, deflected. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Powell with a steal. Poked loose. Stolen by Jones. Outside Bain. From the arc. Fires, hitting the triple. Bain's got 10 points.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Pass to Coffey. Back to Wall. And here's Covington. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Outside Covington. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. And the Clippers miss again. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington, setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Pass to Covington. Here's Powell to halt the run. And the layup is good. Powell's gotten his first points in this one.
And he got a good look at the hands of Covington.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
That'll be a move to remember.
Wow. Yeah, great creativity in the air. Pass to Powell. Out to Covington. Wall for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got 4 rebounds in the game. Tries it from the top of the key. Can't get it to drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And a little slam dunk from Batum. That'll work.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Jones against Wall. Jones, the pass to Brooks. From deep. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Left side Bain. 4 on the clock. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
First team foul.
The first free throw is good. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. And Williams is subbed in for Brooks. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And here's George. 12 points for him. Got a hand on it. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Bain with it. Guarded now by George. And another miss by Memphis. Stolen by Bain. And he lobs it up to the rim. Now here's George. He's covered closely. That shot is off. Pass to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. George against Bain. George, good. George has got 14 points.
Paul George has such a deep bag on the offensive end. A polished scorer, and tough to keep him away from hot spots on the floor.
Out to the right wing. Back to Jones. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three to fall.
No way he's going to pass that shot. But he is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
And George launches it from deep. George with another miss. Now here's Jones. Pass to Aldama. Beyond the arc. The shot off that time. And so it's Memphis with a commanding 22-point lead going into the fourth.
Please give a big round of applause.
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for Los Angeles, Kawhi and Morris in at the forward slots. Paul George out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the 5. Moran against George. Here's Zubats. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far.
Moran. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It'll go on Luke Kennard.
What determination from Moran in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And Moran drops them both. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a low 28% so far in this one. Up top, George, hounded by Moran. Leonard way outside. The Grizzlies pull it in. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Moran. Pass to Adams. Here's Conchar. And they recover it. Brooks, the pass to Moran. Another shot. From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Moran. Here's George. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And as long as Kennard keeps knocking down those threes, he's going to get more opportunity.
Brooks outside. Back to Moran. And then Moran with the dunk.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Assist from Paul George.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Pass to Conchar. Back to Moran. To the middle. Zubats with the steal. Kennard on the wing. Hounded by Moran. Leonard for 3. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Conchar. To the paint. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Moran. Now here's Brooks. From outside the arc. It's not going to go for him. George passes to Leonard. Kicks it to George. Shoots it from the high post. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Well, the size of Steven Adams, one thing, but persistence is another. 1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Conchar.
Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Grizzlies.
All their efforts on the boards ended up paying off.
And just 2 tough rebounding teams, but they gave the extra effort and were rewarded for it.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Ja Morant.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Leonard on the wing. George against Morant. Morris outside. Just 5 to shoot over Adams. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here are the Grizzlies. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Morant with it. Jackson outside. They grab their own miss. Jackson on the wing. Now Morant. Shot to end the cold streak. No good that time. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business. Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it.
Here's a shot from earlier on. As the Suns arrive at the arena, they're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. So Phoenix will get the first possession. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Booker, shot clock at 6. And the three ball is good. Booker's got his team on the board to start the game for the Suns. Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one. And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Passes it to Crowder. Kicks it out to Booker. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist from Booker.
I don't think the defense can do much more than that. Jay Crowder just exerting his will as much as his skill.
Morris outside. And George, here we go. The shot that time, not on target.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
No good from Booker.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
From deep, George. Wall finds George. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Summer of 2014, Doris. Paul George suffering a leg injury playing for the national team.
Kevin, I remember that injury like it was yesterday. There were many, including me, who wondered whether Paul George could ever be the same guy. And amazingly, he puts in all the necessary work, and I think has come back better. That is a huge credit to his work ethic and his grit.
Now here's Booker. Now here's Paul. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, the big man is capable of overpowering defenders. DeAndre Ayton against the contest. So good.
Time to cheer on go. Clippers spirit. One more time for the Clippers. It's been a slow start here. Trailing by 5. On the wing, George. Here's the 3. Jay Crowder with the rebound. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Booker, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Wall dishes to Leonard. From the arc. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Tyronn Lue. Dave, what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they failed to do those 2 things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Okay, David, thanks. Paul can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 4. George with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls,
The previous play is under the
tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Outside, George. Morris inside. He's against Bridges. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, GA, the broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
It's stolen by Morris. Outside, George. Morris passes to Zubac. And stolen by Ayton. The Suns shooting their first free throw this game. And that one falls for Bridges.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Now here's Crowder. Booker outside. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard finds Zubac. Outside for George. They grab their own miss. Leonard on the wing. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Suns on top. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the one spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Paul George making his last shot. Bridges outside. From deep. Wall grabs the board. The Clippers in the lead.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Leonard with no one around. That three off the mark. And here's Phoenix down low. Morris with the rebound.
And he's going to have a hard time shaking off that miss. Everything was going right. The dunk was lined up beautifully, but not to be.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Bangs home the trifecta. Ayton's got 5. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Bridges against George. Crowder with the steal.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. He feeds it to Paul. Suns moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Crowder against Morris. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Defense. Clippers ball.
The Clippers trail. All taking his time here. George has a two-pointer. No good on that one. And Phoenix the other way now. On the wing, Booker. Paul George with the steal. Bridges against Leonard. And here's George for 3. Morris finds Zubac. The Clippers again turning it over. Offense has become a focal point in the NBA. We know that. And Doris, is there a place still in this league for defensive specialists?
Undoubtedly, Kevin. Look no further than the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Gary Payton II played that role to a hilt. He made the difference between winning and losing when it mattered most. Elite perimeter defense is always in demand.
6 to shoot. Here's Paul. That one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Crowder. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Left side, George. And George with the stuff.
That's a play that's all about positioning. Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
Paul passes to Book.
2 minutes remain.
From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Booker's got 8 points.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
George up top. Defended by Booker. Wall dishes to Morris. Back to Wall. And he finishes nicely on the lane.
In traffic, around bodies, doesn't matter. John Wall, once he's inside, he's thinking score it.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. He'll serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
Knocked loose. Paul with the steal. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Now here's Wall. George looking around. Rebound by the Suns.
Foul Clippers.
The Suns shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Well, Devin Booker's ability to put offense on his back is huge for any organization. His willingness to absorb and embrace responsibility is so crucial.
Now here's Leonard. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. The effort goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Zubac. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Paul kicks to Booker. Back to Paul. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, Leonard in position. Thank you, David. And we'll be right.
Your Clippers, 17. The Suns, 20.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Heading underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Craig. Shamet on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Over Kennard. Batum grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And here's Covington from the arc. Jackson passes to Kennard. The The Clippers need to get off a shot. Batum, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Batum's got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers. Kane with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Shamet. The Suns need to get a shot off. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
For the lead, he can't get that one to fall. Now the Suns take it the other way. To the left side wing. Craig kicks to Johnson. Back to Craig. Powell with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Covington in the corner. It's tipped. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Powell against Craig. And the dunk by Powell.
Love the assertiveness of Norman Powell. Boy, turn the lights out.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Now, here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fires from deep. It's Biyombo with the rebound. The Suns trailing. Shamet the pass to Payne. Here's Craig. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Powell kicks to Jackson. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game. Please check in for Payne.
Third team foul. Substitution for the Suns.
Craig against Powell. Jackson dishes to Batum. And he gets the bucket. Batum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
How about that pass from Reggie Jackson? Right on the money, folks.
Shamet nailed from three-point land. Shamet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Covington. Outside Jackson. Oh, Covington in position.
Well, it's just a good idea by Jackson right there to pass it. Reggie's such a solid decision maker.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. The drive by Lee. Kicks it out to Johnson. Craig sets the screen for Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Craig, good. Craig's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Outside Jackson. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Suns take it the other way. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
First team foul.
And that one misses. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
At the foul line for 1.
Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Now Paul. Bridges outside. For the lead. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on John Wall.
Well, they're playing with fire, putting Mikal Bridges on the free throw line. This guy's so comfortable at the charity stripe.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's George. Now the pass to Zubats. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Zubac has got 6.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this to prove he's a team player.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Suns. Booker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball outside. Back to Booker. Pocket 6. On the wing, Booker. Over George. Booker, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion. He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Bridges passes to Booker. It's Crowder on the wing. Offline with his 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton.
And he sure can get off the floor.
One of the best in the business, absolutely. Ball outside. Floats one. The shot will not fall. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Morris passes to George. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Wall kicks to George. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
And both free throws good for Paul George. Suns trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here's Booker from the arc. Offensive rebound. Doesn't go for him. L.A. has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To the middle, Wall. A shot's good on the assist by George. Wall's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. 5 on the clock. Bridges shot. Good.
Fearless, confident competitor. Bridges with the delivery.
Wall against Paul. Outside, George. Back to Wall.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
The shot misses, and Phoenix will come the other way. Booker up top, defended by George. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Devin Booker.
Devin Booker with the big shot. He may be young, but he's got big-time game.
Outside, George. Going inside, and George with the stop.
That's what you expect from your leader. Paul George stays calm and doesn't get overwhelmed by the moment.
Ball finds Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Booker. Over George. Here's Paul. Booker dishes to Paul, and he makes that one.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
Outside, George. Wall gets to George. Morris with a screen on Booker. Here's George inside. Paul with the steal. Leonard against Bridges. Fouled on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. For a team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast. The previous play is everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to review it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Zubats a screen on Booker. George passes to Morris. And Leonard has it in the corner. No good on the triple.
That's right. No other option but to foul. And the person misses.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
The pressure is on, but Booker can handle it. He just has to trust himself.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a two-possession game.
Outside Leonard. Shot to stop the run. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
From the inbound. And so it's Phoenix who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the...
Oh, say does that.
We're expecting a shootout with this matchup, RJ. These are two teams that can score with the best of them.
Yeah, each side are going to have their hands full on defense. Look, both sides need to bring the intensity to try and disrupt the offensive flow any way they can.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Brooks in at the three.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Brooks. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Booker with it. He's picked up by Bain. Three-pointer, Bridges. Ooh, almost had a four-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Team foul.
Ja Morant picks one up, and he hits the first of three.
And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA.
And if you talk to Bridges, Grant, he really credits his mom for his determination on and off the court.
You know, B.A., it's a terrific story. Now, she actually made the NBA before Mikal did. She joined the 76ers organization in 2015, 3 years before Mikal was drafted.
Brooks from outside. On the wing, Bain. Here's Morant. Back to Jackson. Here's Adams. And finally, that one's good.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
Ayton, the screen on Morant. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And Phoenix has possession. 4-point game. Crowder with a screen. Clock at 6. Booker. And he drops it in from the low post.
People first think of Booker as an outside shooter, but he does a lot of his work in the lane.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Hayden with it. He's picked up by Adams. For three, Booker. Another three for Phoenix.
Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Jones, he's checked in for Memphis. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Outside Bain. And stolen by Paul. Bain against Booker. Here's Ayton. Second chance effort. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
And the Suns with possession. Big run right now for him. 11-2. Ayton. And another shot. Out to Bridges. Outside Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They shoot again. And it's good on the lay-in. Booker's got 7 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And again, Memphis no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Who poked away. Pass to Brooks. Let's go with a three. That one is off. And Phoenix the other way now.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team. He helps set the tone on both ends. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Get on your feet and get loud, fans. Fans, that was your son, you dancing.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Booker for three. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 5 rebounds in the game. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. It just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Here's Booker after the basket by Memphis. Down low. The kick out to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Bridges. Oh, Adams with the block. No luck on that one. Ayton with the defensive effort. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-4 run. No good off the glass. Memphis trailing here. To the middle. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
And here's Crowder from the arc. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Jones. Paul against Jones. From deep 3-point range. Out on his own on the break. Finished off the break.
Those long arms of Jackson Jr. getting in the passing lanes.
Now here's Booker. From deep. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the first quarter.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And take a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And the dunk by Jackson.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point in the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work, but that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Puts it up from 15, and it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns leading.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor. Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Pass to Paul. It's Bridges on the wing. Paul is screen on Brooks. Lets it fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. Tries again. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
That's on Steven Adams.
Yes, solid inside play by Ayton. Staying strong and taking the foul while still putting up a shot.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect.
Oh, sensational! Yes. What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Phoenix calls timeout. Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forwards. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
Bane going inside, and the basket is good.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Outside Booker from deep three-point range. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
You know, for Triple J, it took time to develop. Year 4 with Memphis was a special one, Richard.
Jackson unlocked his defensive potential amongst the best shot blockers in the entire league. You have to give those young guys time before making a true judgment. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Takes a 13-footer. Outside Paul. Outside for Booker. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And it's Booker again missing.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
And the call will be against Jaren Jackson.
Jaren Jackson
That's
Jr.
his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Booker. 9 points in the game. Crowder outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Paul. And he gets it to go from the high post. And the Suns lead by 1.
Even in the later stages of his career, Paul's handles remain incredible. He's got that thing on a string. What a move.
Back to Morant. He takes it in. And then Morant with the jam.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Payne against Booker. Bridges outside. Pulls it in from the elbow. Adams grabs the miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Payne. Pass to Jackson. Outside Payne. Outside for Brooks. Fires the 3. Counted from distance. And now it's a 4-point Memphis lead.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Phoenix calls timeout.
That was your son,
The Suns have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Outside Paul. Here's the pick. Bridges down low. Brooks defending. Crowder against Jackson. Outside for Booker. There's the triple. Hits a 3-pointer. Booker's got 12 points.
Talk about a bailout shot, but how many people are composed under pressure like Booker is?
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Grizzlies leading by 1. And don't go away. 24. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. John Conchar is out there with Ja Morant. And it's Clark in at the 5, down low. He buries it from 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Jackson outside. Back to Morant. 3-pointer, Brooks. Sinks the tray. He has 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the basket by Shaman. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Pass to Jackson. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. He's off on the layup. The Suns leading.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
Outside Morant.
Phoenix foul. Landry Shaman. First personal foul. First team foul.
A 3 from the inbound. He can't hit that time. The Suns go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11. And the Jacksons just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brent. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Offensive board. Second shot opportunity. Goes up again. On the wing, Conchar. Off target from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot you typically make.
And that's an intentional foul. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Green comes in for Brooks. And it's Jones in for Ja Morant. Here's Shaman. And a miss there on the triple. Memphis has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Here's Clark. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Outside Craig. And they get it back. Pass to Shaman. There's the 3. Rebounded by Green. Memphis trailing here. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple. Solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
Here's Shamet. Not going to go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Clark right side. Back to Jones. And he hits it to tie the game. Jones has gotten 4 this quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Pass to Johnson. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Green. Well, Memphis shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Here's Aldama. Reverses. And he sinks the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Here's Shamet. 5 points in the game. Outside Craig. Back to Shamet. Takes a 3. 6 to shoot. Craig against Green. Back to Shamet. Another shot. It's good. Shamet's got 7 points in the game. And the Grizzlies shooting only 30% in the third quarter. And here's Jones. 6 points for him. And here's Clark for 3. The rebound by Shamet. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Conchar. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Coaches loving the ball movement.
The Suns trailing. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Lee. Puts up a 3. It doesn't go for him. Outside, Green. And again, it's Memphis with a 3. Here's Shaman. And So it's Memphis leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've been
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Leading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Biggs love when their passing skills are noticed.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And it's slammed in by Adams.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He said, guys, you don't have to chuck up the first 3 you see. Keep your heads up. Keep looking for the best option. Let's see how they respond. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. The kick out to Paul. Here's the floater. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Oh, stolen by Morant. Here's the break. The finish. And then Morant with the jam.
What an athletic play by Morant. It's ridiculous. Grabs the ball, sprints to the finish on the fast break, all on his own.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
Can you say vintage? Wow, this was a vintage performance. I mean, so much of the game is about the 3-ball today, but his focus was going harder to the paint and doing damage from inside.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Booker against Bain. From the top of the key, jump shot is good that time.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Offensive rebound. Adams, the pass to Jackson. Up top, Brooks. He's guarded by Bridges. Pass to Adams. Crowder with a steal. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Bridges misses. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Bain, no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Bridges down low, hounded by Morant. Bridges misses. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Here's Brooks. Driving inside. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Here's Bridges. Grizzlies with the rebound. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. 4-3. Gets the 3-ball to go. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Paul passes to Booker. Fires for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Brooks left side. Morant finds Jackson. Up and over Crowder. Buried from 15 feet out. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
You won't see Jackson take a lot of mid-range jumpers, but he is certainly capable from there.
Bridges, a screen on Bain. Shakes him. Bridges misses. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Brooks outside. Adams with a screen on Bridges. And it's Brooks missing.
Oh, man, for whatever reason, he can't get it going from 3, and he's pretty good from there.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Grizzlies.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ja Morant.
And I loved his tenacity at the defensive end on the floor. Very disruptive all game long.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Paul against Morant. Launches a three. Jackson outside. Outside Morant. 5 to shoot. On the wing, Brooks. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Now Booker. And so it's Memphis winning this one.
That's the end
Boy,
of the
a
game.
nice win on the road. But
from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans here tonight. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Now, here's here's George and the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Here's Morant, and finished off by Morant.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
They retain possession. Morris with a screen on Brooks. A 3 from Leonard, and again it's the Clippers missing. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Bain passes to Jackson. Back to Bain. Here's Adams. Shoots over Zubac. And a beautiful finish by Adams.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bain read the defense perfectly.
And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Morant against George. Morris with the rebound.
Wow. Now that's having a highlight reel in your mind. But in reality, it didn't work.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so just over a minute and a half played. The pass to Kennard. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Paul George.
And George drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Morant surveying the D. The dish to Adams. The 3. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Adams. Morant's got 5 now.
I like this play. Good teamwork. You don't want to force Morant to do everything himself.
Zubac with the screen for George. This one for 3. It's stolen by Adams. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes.
Now here's Leonard. Shot clock at 2, and it's in there.
Hard not to call Leonard's number every time down the floor. He's become that dominant.
2 minutes remaining.
Morant against George. Here's Jackson. Now the feed to Adams. Jackson down low, covered by Morris. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers trail by 3. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I caught up with the Grizzlies head coach. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump, and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So, guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
Thank you, David. Here's Leonard. Passes it to Zubac. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Pass to Morris. Here's George. 6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. George has got 7 points.
The mechanics on Paul George's shot are so good. In the end, the range makes no difference.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Hits the three-point bomb.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
George passes to Kennard. Back to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 9.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Tipped away. Morant kicks to Bain. From downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. George looking over the floor. Zubac finds Morris. Now here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That was with force by Kawhi. Dunking it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
Inside, Bain. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Launches it. No good on the last second attempt there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the 1. Now here is George. And Adams sends it back.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Here's Morant. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Kennard kicks to Leonard. Here's George. Here he goes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbows. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint.
And here's George. Following Ja Morant's 3. George finds Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Zubac has got his first points in this one. George against Morant. And there's the drive over George. And it's Morant missing.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. And a deep 3 from George. Here's Kennard. Outside for George. Shoots over Morant. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
It's one of those nights where George's number has been called time after time.
And the NBA has favored three-point shooting here as of late,
which has made players like Luke Kennard very valuable in the process, GA. The lefty stroke of Kennard is a thing of beauty, and he shoots the 3 ball with such confidence. I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Out to Brooks. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. A 3 from Leonard. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Taken away. George with the ball. Now defended by Bain. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Morris outside. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Here's Kennard. Here's Zubats. Nails the baby hook. Zubats has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Great read from Kennard, showing a selfless attitude, getting it to his teammate.
Morant outside. At the top of the key, Brooks. Back to Morant. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
1:16 left in the second quarter. George, no good.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Back to Morant. To the inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Time to get excited for your Clippers.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. Jones comes in for Morant. Here's Kennard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. Pass to Morris. Outside Leonard.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
It's Jones on the wing. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yes, you do, but it's a dilemma. If you get a great look earlier in the clock, do you take it?
It's stolen. Here's Brooks on the wing. Bain. Jackson. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
The young fella usually goes about his business, but on that play, it was a highlight reel from Jaren Jackson.
With a score, your Clippers.
Thanks so much, David. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum. And it's Coffey in at the small forward position. Up top, Powell, guarded by Bain. He gets that one.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates. You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
Jackson misses. Clippers trail by 4. Right side, Batum. Hands the shot from the wing. Batum's got 4 points this quarter.
He can knock it down from virtually anywhere. He's had a lot of time to develop his mid-range game.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now, here's Bain. He has 6. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Coffey. That's his first foul. And with Batum, his versatility has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why, when you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Jackson dishes to Clark. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Bain's got 8 points.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here's Coffey. No points in the game yet for him. Covington kicks to Batum. And a miss there on the triples. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And the pass to Clark. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Powell with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dillon Brooks. That'll be his second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Aldama's checked in, and it's Green in for Dillon Brooks. Now here's Powell. And Wall with the slam.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Powell. Here's Batum. For the tie. Passes to Covington. Goes back up. Snatched away. Jones finds Green. Here's Conchar. Guarded by Powell. Pass to Clark. Here's Aldama. Just 5 on the clock.
2 minutes remaining.
Memphis needs to get off a shot here. They get a hand on it, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Now here's Wall. Pass to Batum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
It goes on Brandon Clark.
You know, Nicholas Batum is kind of a classic glue guy. He does a little of everything and is always ready to step up and fill any gaps on the floor.
Here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Aldama. Batum grabs the miss. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Getting to the rim, Covington has popped when he needs it.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Smitty, you can tell Norman Powell has worked very hard at his game.
You know, he just wants to excel at whatever assignment he's given. Kevin, he once said, I've been in every single role on a team, from bench guy to starter, so he knows how to give you value anywhere on the floor.
Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. A crossover. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Power move from PG-13. He's added a lot of muscle to his frame over the years, putting it to good use right there.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Now here's Morant. 14 points for him. Payton for 3. It's rebounded by Leonard. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Kennard against Morant. Offensive rebound. Zubats. Nobody near Leonard. bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
What poise from Leonard on the catch and shoot. He gets the ball and calm. Yes. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Leonard, the pass to Kennard. It's up a 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. 7 seconds left in the third. With 1 on the clock.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
And we've reached the end of the third. The Clippers on top, up by 4. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Memphis, the wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. To the paint, here's Bane.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bane getting off the ground with ease.
Brooks against Leonard. To the middle. George against Bane. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Zubac. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Rebound by the Clippers. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Zubac. Outside Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pass to Kennard. Now Morris. 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Zubac. Stolen by Jackson.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
To the left side wing. Here's Adams. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the muscle from Adams there. Able to take the hit and still finish off the shot.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
They have thrown themselves on the offensive glass. And because of their hustle, they are being rewarded with second chance points.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Morant left side. And a wide open look for Bane. Good. And a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Passes it to Morris. George with the ball. Little turnaround. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morant kicks to Bane. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Kennard against Morant. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard against Bane. Jackson passes to Bane. Fires from deep. Back to Jackson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, he already has a number of go-to moves. Jackson's able to keep the defenders guessing.
Jackson hits both of them.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Kennard's shot is off.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
All the officials are all over that.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And that one's good. Brooks.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Back to George. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now Morant. He kicks to Brooks. Here's Jackson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And now a 12-point Grizzly lead.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Memphis.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Ja Morant.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Count that one.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And George kicks to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. George with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. Well, when we look at tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. Booker's shot is good.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
George against Booker. George, no good.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
For three, Booker. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And it's Phoenix's ball. It's Bridges on the wing. First quarter, just over a minute played. Booker for three. And it's Booker again missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in a season in franchise history. It just didn't play out that way.
Here's Booker. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. And the Suns miss again.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
George passes to Leonard. Poke loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Crowder. Back to Booker. Crowder outside. Jacks up a three. And the Suns miss again. The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Crowder a screen on Wall. Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris.
He really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you and throw it down.
Wall against Paul. Here's George. Ooh, Ayton with the block. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Suns.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
Here's George. And the jam by George.
Paul George dunk contest, maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Booker fires from way outside, and they recover it. Here's Ayton. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Morris.
At the line for Phoenix.
The first free throw is good.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
Now here's George. Morris on the wing. Back to George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds in the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Paul against Morris. Bridges right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Booker. Here's Ayton. Out to Bridges. Outside Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Here's the three. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Now here's George. It's George on the wing. Beyond the arc. That's good from Wall on the assist by George.
Assertive play by Wall inside, pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Outside Booker. Fires for three. Stolen by Wall. He's got a clear path. George with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Oh, and the dunk by George.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Knocks down the triple. Booker's got 8.
He's been a little more selective in shooting threes, has Devin Booker, but man, when he makes one, sometimes he'll open up a can of them.
Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Outside Booker. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Suns.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point guard position. And George with the jam.
You have to track Paul George all over the floor, a 3-level scorer, and he's going to come at you in multiple ways.
Outside Booker. Paul, a screen on George. Here's Booker. Rejected by George. And he recovers it.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First team foul.
That free throw good from Booker.
I've gotten used to Devin Booker putting up huge numbers, so a 40-point game for him feels like another day at the office.
Both free throws good from Booker.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And they'll get another chance. Kicks it to George. And George with the jam.
Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
Well, you talk about Booker's high-powered offense. He's a rare member of the 70-point club with only 5 other players in NBA history. Brent, you got Wilt, Kobe, David Thompson, Elgin Baylor, and David Robinson.
Man, B.A., if you could sit down at a table to talk about your 70-point night, I'd like to be a server at that table.
Three-pointer, Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Mikel really showing a nice confidence in that shot right there as his shooting percentages are trending up.
Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Now here's Booker. He's got 12. George left side. Leonard on the wing. George right side. Morris, a screen on Booker. George with it, and it's Paul picking him up. Here's Wall. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Booker. The 3 is up. Knocks down the long J. Booker's got 7 now in this quarter. All right, Brad, you're part of the front office. Take back the curtain a little here. What do you guys do that the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, the draft process is a lot more in depth than people would ever realize. And one of the biggest things, BA, that you have to take into account is what it is, not just talent-wise you're inviting into the building, but the character and how it fits around what you've already established. So taking one guy that might be a player that you think is a great player might not be great for the current team that you have. And so the layers, they run pretty deep. George playing with purpose, and he is in attack mode.
Outside Booker launches a three. No good. And the Clippers will come the other way. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. 1:25 left in the first half. Crowder grabs the miss. The Suns leading.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building, and it just looks incredible.
George with a steal. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Outside Wall. Pass to George. And the jam by George.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Booker with a screen on Wall. Here's Crowder. Bridges, left side. The Suns need to get off a shot. Lets it fly from 18. And there's Booker. That one's good. On the assist by Bridges.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Wall, the pass to George. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Leonard. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
And here's Booker. From deep. And here's Crowder from the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there.
22. The Clippers, 20.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Kennard. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Payne. It's Shamet on the wing. Pass to Landale. Shot left block. Can't get it to drop. Batum with the defensive effort. The Clippers trail. Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Kennard outside. And he converts the layup.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Shamet. Saric a screen. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the end. At a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
Landry Shamet, 2 shots.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt.
The previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Payne with it. Pass to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Payne, a screen on Powell. Here's Lee. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Powell finds Batum. Outside Covington. This for the tie!
Covington doesn't have to have the ball to help you, but you do want him occasionally to get touches and keep him engaged.
And he makes the first.
Robert Covington taking 2 shots.
He does not get the second one. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Saric. Oh, Covington with a block. Kennard has the open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Shamet. Connects from downtown. And the Suns lead by 4.
Shamet has these kind of games where it looks like he won't miss.
Jackson down low. Defended by Payne. Saric against Covington. The shot no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Here's Shamet. Pass to Payne. Back to Shamet. Here's Landale. Stolen by Kennard. Jackson with it. And it's Payne picking him up. Batum gets the bucket.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
Here's Payne. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Jackson, the pass to Batum. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And a little slam dunk from Batum. That'll work.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Shamet. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And it's rejected. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Jackson's got his second basket of the game. Here's Shamet. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. .52 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. So it's Phoenix now. 4-point game. Payne, a screen on George. Shamet to win the run. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Morris. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Payne. Now quiet so far offensively. Searching for his first points of the game.
And Payne just playing eyes-up basketball, seeing that opportunity.
Outside Wall. Here's George. Pass to Zubac. And again, it's the Clippers converting.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we...
Please give a big round of applause.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
First personal foul.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the 1. Now here's George. 6 on the shot clock. Going inside, the kick out to Wall. Shoots over Paul. Wall no good. The Suns trailing. Outside Booker. Pass to Bridges. Ooh, solid D from Leonard.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Now here's Wall. Knocked away. Stolen by Bridges. Ayton, the screen on Zubats. Outside for Booker. Gets the 3 ball to go. Booker's got 20 points.
Great shooting from Booker. He keeps getting better. That time from way outside.
Outside Wall. And the big finish by Wall.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your 1 throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah. His teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Now here's Paul. Bridges, left side. An open look for Booker. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 6 rebounds here tonight. George passes to Morris. And here's Wall. Pass to Morris. Back to Wall. Leonard outside. Here's George. The shot won't fall. Good work defensively by Crowder. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. The kick out to Paul. Booker with it. Guarded by Morris. Booker, pass to Paul. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Morris.
Yeah, Chris Paul, when he gets into those tight spots, he becomes pretty smart in there.
So he can't get either to fall.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Morris passes to Zubats. Stolen by Booker. Bridges outside. And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Bridges.
And I just love how Chris Paul steps up and nails crucial baskets. A huge momentum-changing shot there.
Wall against Paul. A nice shot by Morris. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Outside Booker. To the left wing. Ayton finds Paul. And the foul called on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Booker, the pass to Paul. Shot clock at 5. From behind the arc. Hits the 3-pointer. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Now here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. And Chris Paul clears it away.
Well, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Buries it from 3.
And Bridges elevating his game. Woo!
Wall against Paul. Outside Wall. To the paint. Cash.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Now here's Booker. Paul, a screen on George. Booker against George. Booker, pass to Aiden. Money!
How about that? Aiden stepping up, wanting the pressure.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That's tipped. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
Zubac with a screen on Booker. George for 3. Misses the 3. Paul passes to Booker. And the foul called on Paul George. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Booker's so relaxed under pressure, and this is who the team wants at the free throw line in these moments. Breathe easy now, the biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
So it's Phoenix picking up the win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans.
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the... Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up at forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5, home in the paint. Now Booker, following the three-point attempt by Dylan Brooks. Ayton kicks to Bridges. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Memphis. Brooks outside. The 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
And here's Booker from the arc. Drills the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. Well, if you polled players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
Phoenix is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Paul can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Morant finds Adams. Morant with a wide open look. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large human.
Now, Booker, following the miss by John Morant from deep. Booker outside. Ayton trying to break free. A miss that time would have put him up. Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Three-pointer, Brooks. That shot missing, so Phoenix will take it the other way. Bridges outside. Ayton in the high post. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Paul. The offensive rebound. Crowder kicks to Bridges. Another shot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Booker's got 5.
Calls the play, and Booker executes to perfection.
Morant against Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morant scanning the floor. Jacks up a 3. They need this one. Here's Adams. Out to Brooks. Takes the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Booker the pass to Crowder. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Taking on more playmaking responsibilities, Booker has matured over the years, becoming a better teammate.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
So it's Phoenix now. Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Paul. Morant with some nice D.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Bain. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Passes it to Ayton. Back to Booker. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Bridges with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 26 seconds left in the first. Brooks with no one around. The Grizzlies with another miss. Phoenix has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Booker, right side. He dishes it to Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. .11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul for three. Rebounded by Jackson. Morant outside. And a closely contested, grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Phoenix. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Booker inside, guarded by Morant. Booker, good.
When you come out to an NBA game, that's what you want to see. Devin Booker putting on a show.
Morant outside. And it's all evened up. Morant's got 5 now.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Bridges outside. Paul with the screen for Bridges. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Morant passes to Bain. Brooks outside. Bridges against Morant. Out to Brooks. Lets it go with the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brooks has got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Bridges left side. 6 to shoot. Booker the pass to Bridges. And another shot. The kick out to Crowder. Over Jackson. Ball against Morant. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
One thing you have to admire about the Grizzlies is their high level of effort. These guys play with such determination on every single play.
Even their superstars like Morant. Ball passes to Crowder. Stolen by Jackson. From deep, Brooks. Crowder with the steal. Oh, Ayton in position. Booker dishes to Ayton. Bridges for 3. That shot misses. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. The effort level of the Grizzlies, RJ, can be an equalizer against some teams.
Yes, the talent and experience can only take you so far. But Memphis, these boys will outwork you. And in some ways, it's not fair because their energy at times just seems unmatchable.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. One thing you hear about officiating is you're able to get away with much more in the paint, Richard, than you are on the perimeter. So what's the solution? Call it closer in the paint and looser on the outside? Where should we go?
I think you just need to let them play everywhere, to tell you the truth, because I like it when games become a little bit more physical, because you get to see who's in the best condition. You get to see who are the stronger players. And then up top, you got to be smart, because the smart will take from the strong.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disrupt it.
And a wide open look for Bain. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Booker outside. For three. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
What focus from Booker. He was dead set on hitting that three-point answer.
Morant finds Bain. Tries from 10, and another basket for Memphis.
Anytime you get a look that good, oh, it's a great trip.
Suns trail by 3. On the wing, Booker. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of the game. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Bain inside the three-point line. Here's Adams. On the wing, Jackson from deep. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, Jackson has become a threat from range, taking and making those shots more consistently.
Booker outside. Ball, a screen on Bain. Fires from the wing. Morant with the steal. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Booker outside. And so it's Memphis with a 6-point lead at
the 15.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Green kicks to Clark. The tray. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Now, here's Bridges. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Crowder. It's tipped. For Memphis, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Johnson outside. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. From past the arc, and too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Down low. Unloads from 9. Count that bucket. Conchar's got the lead up to 12 now for Memphis.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Shamet on the wing. Defended by Jones. Here's Lee outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
The pass to Aldama. Jones looking for an opening. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 11.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now here's Lee. He's covered closely. Kicks it out to Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. From 13, the Grizzlies pull it in.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Outside, Jones. From outside the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Johnson can't hit. Memphis leading by 12. Takes it inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Grizzlies have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists now in this one. Suns trail by 14. 55 seconds left to play in the third. Now Shamet. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. Lays it up off the glass.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Outside, Jones.
Offensive screen set out of line.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. A 12-point game. Lee, a screen on Jones. Here's Shamet. Takes it off the glass. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside, Jones puts it up from 12, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. From deep. That shot off the mark. You can't get that one. And so it's Memphis going into the break with a 10-point lead. Looking good at this point. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Jones. Green is out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Conchar into the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And a wide open look for Lee. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Aldama. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Grizzlies lead by 12. Timeout called, the Suns.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense. Shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
He doesn't always get the minutes he's gotten tonight, but there's no way they were going to sit him down once he got going. And the crowd has been loving it. A memorable night for him coming off the bench. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Out to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Nice effort from Booker, making things hard on the shooter.
Bain, no good. Grant. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Suns trail by 9.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me. What confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Morant against Paul. Looking to get back on track here.
Paul's a pesky defender, no doubt about it.
And it's Morant missing. And Booker kicks to Ayton. And the 3 off target.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Here's Adams. Plays it up and banks it in. Adams has got his first basket.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Booker outside. Takes a 3. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Three-pointer, Brooks. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Suns trail by 6. Paul kicks to Booker. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Morant. There's 1:54 and left in the fourth. This is it to Jackson. Here's Morant. And Adams kicks to Morant. Just 4 to shoot. There's Jackson with the 3. They get it again. For the 3. Here's Adams. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Booker outside. Here's the 3. Brooks grabs the board.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's Booker. That one, no good. Great D that time from Bain.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Steven Adams.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
And Morant gets it to go.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And Booker puts up a deep three. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Morant with it. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.